Hello all and welcome back to GENATIQ YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a different kind of video. We have with us Dr. Shanmugakumar Murugesan. He is the founder of a startup called MATIC. Let's dive into the video to know more about him.
I basically comes from a village background. Means I'm from Salem district. Basically from Kedunaikanpatti Pudur. It's called KN Pudur. It's a small village. Okay, so my father was a army man. So he was served for Indian Army for 30 years. So and my mom is like a homemaker. In fact, I would say like my mom was more of a farmer actually. Okay, so even my father and my mother, they both are farmer. Like if you look at the whole generation, we were into completely a farming background. So got into Indian Institute of Information Technology, design and manufacturing. But the beauty in the institute is the institute is more towards product design oriented institute. Okay, so that's how the institute has been started. So why product design? If you ask me, India's high intellectual people are there. Okay, you take an IT, in India is the biggest IT service provider, right? But still, we couldn't make any product. You take any apps what you use in your phone. Okay, each and everyone has a product, right? So are we developing from India? Very even if you see the number of subscribers will be a bit limited. But look at the global level products, right? So of course your logo is doing good like that, but still there are many limitations to other Indian companies. We had it, okay, because they already attained the level. So we started everything late. So to meet them is very hard actually, right? So that is the true fact, I would say, right? So the product gap is there. Okay, that's a problem in India, I would say. Okay, so that's what even I got to know in 2011. This okay. So when I joined this IIITDM Kancheepuram, so I got to know. Okay, so the product is on the key category where India is not actually focused. Okay, then about you forgot about manufacturing. Okay, so even though we are very good in software, we are very good in IT service, but still we couldn't make a proper software and then put in the market to get global success. Okay, that's a challenge. I mean, okay, so there are products. Okay, I'm not telling, but I mean compared to the other. Okay, so that's the point. So then I understood, okay, what is product? Okay, in fact, till that I know, I just know only what is technology, what is VLSI, embedded. That's what I would know. But later I come to the institute, I got to know more about what is technology. First, one that we basically know what, right? So then we got to know about what is product. So what is the relation between the technology and the product? Okay, that thing I got to know. One, right? Yeah. So and then product is not about what you thought you develop. Okay, product is something what people want that you need to develop, right? So that's a big deal. Okay, so generally, in fact, many startups fails in this category. Okay, so they come with new solution and then they don't think of whether the user need it or not. Okay, the product is one category. If you look at technology and all these things, these are the other limitations, right? So putting all together, okay, that is one stuff. But what I felt, the technological level research is the key to get into new market. Okay, opening a new market. Okay. So you have to be very strong in the technology so that you can able to make something disruptive or make something new. Use all the existing technology put together for one use case. Okay, so that are one category of startups. Okay, that's another category of startups where they come with a new idea, they come with a new solution to it. Okay, they develop new technology. Right, so that's the difference. Okay, I just want to get into the second category. Okay, so we need to develop a technology. Okay, so that it should be hard to replicate, of course, one, and then that's where the field of research will get it. Okay, so because we crack something new, right? So that is the field of any researchers you will get. Of course, you will get if you're a researcher, right? So everything is in a way of process. Okay, so in research it will tell you. Okay, so if it's a problem, okay, first how to understand the problem. First, understanding problem is a deal. Okay, you understand the problem, then you have to find the existing solutions. Okay. Or we have to map the existing solutions, okay? Yeah. So then you will get one category, right? So with that, with your intellectual, you put all together, you can able to come up with a new solution, okay? So this way of getting into it with more in depth with mathematical model with all together, I learned in my PhD. Okay, and then after my PhD, I went as an assistant professor in an institute in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, I was there for 2.5 years. Yeah, so I was there and then I got a team. Okay, that's where my current startup team, what we are working together. Okay, I had a plan of startup, so I started telling to my students also. Okay, there's one more big opportunities available. Okay, where a lot of scopes are there, but still it's challenging. Of course, I agree. But you guys have to give it a try. Okay, in fact, I say this to everyone. Okay, I say this to everyone. To whoever I go and teach, okay, I'll tell the story to them. For sure, okay. I'll not I'll not miss it. See, there's one more way. Why you guys are always thinking conventional, okay? So why you after my BTech, I want to go for a job, or like I want to go for a MS or like my MTech. Or like even you go after that, like, why you want to go for a job? Okay, after job, what next? So that's where, like, I started developing my team. Okay, because see, startup is not about only one film. So startup, you need an actual team, because it's like, why you need a team, it's not about like, solving a technical problem. It's about like, the emotional support. Okay, it's about like, exploring things in different view.
Okay.
Okay, it's not about distributing only the workload. Okay, that is different. The team. Yes. So the team over there is all about like, you should have a different perspective. Okay, and then you have the emotional support. Okay, so when you are down, like, the other co-founders will support you, right? Like, or we'll have, of course, like same way the two will have problems also. Okay, so that is how it goes, but it's all goes for a good cause. We got into MATIC. Okay, so MATIC is incubation center. It's called a MATIC Innovation Foundation. It's started by Dr. Sudhir Varadarajan. He's a associate professor in IIITDM Kancheepuram. Okay, so he had a good vision. Okay, where academia should get into industry. Okay, that is the only channel via incubation center, right? So incubation center is one of the very good concept. Okay, or like good ideology. So what they tried is, okay, so any company, if you want to start, right? So there's one challenge for you. What is the challenge? Initial setup. You need office space, you need internet, you need a workspace, and then like you need people to discuss. Okay, so and then you need a place to like make something. Okay, let's say I just want to make some plastic object, something like a mouse or like some other object. I need a machineries. Okay, so I need access to the machineries, right? So and then I need access to discuss. Okay, I need some intellectual people to put a thought on me. Okay, so whether whatever the things like I'm trying to make it, whether it really works or not.
Yes.
See, generally with the people, there's one more problem. Okay, whatever we think that is amazing, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, so when you go and tell to someone no, then they will put one question to you. Is that will that work in that way? Then we will got a question. Then we'll start doubting ourselves. Oh my God, why we didn't think in that way? Okay, so that's a big issue. Okay. So if you look into it, if every startup has this problem, including us when we start, okay? So whatever the idea we come up with it, we think that is amazing. But later you start understanding, then you start understanding about the customer, then you're understanding about like, where you're going to deploy your system, or like all together, okay, what's the market, whether we can able to make some money out of it, are we really going to solve the problem, whether the problem really exists or not, or it's a problem only to you. Okay, yeah, of course, many startups are like that. Okay, so all these things you will start learning eventually. That is your startup journey. Okay, so of course, like you can't that to being a first time founder, you can't learn everything and then start a startup. Okay, you get into it. That's what name itself says. Startup first. Okay, come start, then you learn everything. Okay, so it's all about learning process. Okay, so in fact we started 2 years before. Okay, so what we planned and then what we are is completely different.
Totally different.
Okay, so in fact many people, they really appreciate us. See, you guys are not idiots. You whatever you say is correct. You are not sticking. Okay, so at least you guys have some flexible thoughts. That's because of the team. You got it right.
Yes.
That's because of the team. Okay, that's what I told you earlier, right? So more the people you discuss with, because we all have one typical the vision to solve the problem. Okay. The different people give different thoughts, that all put together will make the better version. Okay, but you take anything will not be the best at the first version number one. Always the V2 is better than the V1. But still V3 is there. If you look at the future, the V3 is there actually. Correct. So that we keep evolving. Okay, it's an evolution. Okay, it's not like full stop process. Okay, it's not going to be end. It's going to be evolved. That's a product evolution. Okay, so product will keep evolve. Okay, so this evolution will make you a lot of change. As I said, the evolution, the time. Okay, see, time is God. Okay, so time will teach you everything. So you go eventually, time will tell you what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. If everything will come as a part of learning to you.
Yes,
that is one beauty. Okay, so the 2 years back when we started a startup, okay, our intention is to solve typically the problem of coconut. Okay.
Okay.
So you need coconut, right? So coconut is one of the beautiful fruit, okay, where it has like a lot of nutritional benefits.
Yes, yes.
So in the entire globe, it consumes coconut. Okay, anyone from the north to the south, they consume coconut
Yes,
in a farm, not directly, maybe indirectly, in coconut oil or like maybe chocolate or an ice cream or creams. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like we consume coconut. Like people who make non-veg, right? So whoever want to make fish, they will add coconut to.
Yeah.
Like you take non-veg, coconut will give you enhance the taste of the non-veg. Right. We South Indians use a lot of coconuts. You know why? Because in the entire globe, we are the one who produce more coconuts.
Okay.
See, coconut grows only in the tropical region. Okay, so Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka. Right. So these 4 states are in the proper tropical region.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we alone produce like 33% of the world's coconut.
Okay.
Indonesia, Philippines, we three alone produce around like 75% of the coconuts. Only these 3 countries. But if you look at in terms of consumption, entire globe consumes. You take Belgium, they use it for chocolate. Okay, you take Middle East, like they add in non-vegetarian, like the biryani or whatever. Like, it will basically give better taste to you, right? So and then people use coconut in cream. Okay, so people like the cosmetic, right? Coconut has somewhere around 60 plus value added products. Okay, means like we are not going to consume coconut as only coconut. So coconut is coming in 60 plus different products. Okay. So we have a scope of exporting coconut to the entire globe. Okay. But if you look at in terms of export, we are very bad. We are very bad. Oh. We import value added products from Indonesia, Philippines. Even though we produce more coconut, we import value added products. That is the status. Okay, so that's a problem. Problem number 1. If you look at why, see, import and export is one of the key economical impact parameter, right? Because we produce it, but then we have to take our product to the entire globe. It's a globalized world, right? So businesses, you can put your business anywhere. That's where you will get more money. That's where you will get more view about the globe. So you will get more attraction. So that you will get more money. So that's where your entire GDP is going to increase, right? So that's a key point of government, right? So they need to keep push the GDP higher. Means like you need to put our product to the entire globe. Yes. You take China. What you have? What are the things that we use today? In fact, look at this meeting. Entire like end-to-end product. Everything is from Chinese products only, right? Yes. Like from the phone, whether maybe it's from the Samsung or like maybe it's from the Apple or like maybe it's from some other company, but it's at the end it's all manufactured in where? China only. Right? Yes. Correct. So that is where they impact the entire globe, but that's where we failed it actually. Right. So it's not about only the electronic products. Okay? It's about like all. You take silk. Chinese are the best. Okay, they produce 85% of the world's silk. 85%. India is in second place. You know how much we produce? 10 to 12%. Look at so India is in second place. So how many people are in the race? Only 2. Okay. You got it, right? So that is yes. So that's how their infrastructure has been supporting. So now towards our Indian infrastructure also started supporting in that way, right? Okay. So let's come to the coconut story. So as I said, 60 plus value added products are there. So now, but who's going to make this value added product? Okay, where the technology to convert the coconut into value added products? Okay, and who can able to put this? Again, if you look at the value added products, different stage of coconut needed for different value added products. You understand? Let's say I'm going to sell you a tender coconut water in a bottle. Okay, in a small pet bottle, something like that. Okay. Yeah. So then you should have a technology to identify exactly the right taste tender coconut. So then only can able to sustain your market. 1. 2, even though people are giving good taste, but before that they're wasting a lot of coconuts because they end up with wrong coconut. After the cutting only they'll get to know. Okay. So you understand the problem, right? So yes. As I said, 60 value-added products are not come from only the final the grown mature coconut. No, we started consuming coconut. at the age of 7 months. See, coconut grows for 1 whole year. If today is flowered, right? So exactly after 12 months, you will see that tender, the proper mature coconut. Okay. Or people call it as ripened coconut. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So in this 12 months journey, we start consuming coconut at the month of 7. So 7th month you will consume for tender coconut. Okay. So 8 to 9, then they will get more sweeter with better small jelly kind of coconut you will get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it grows, and then this meat become thicker, water become lesser. Okay. Some value added product in the coconut has more medicinal benefits. Coconut sugar. Okay, that's a product called coconut sugar.
Yes,
so coconut sugar. Yes, coconut sugar, whatever the mother's milk has the nutritional effects, okay, it's almost equivalent. The nutritional effects is there in the coconut sugar.
Okay.
If you look at it in terms of minerals, right? So magnesium, iron, zinc, all potassium, all the minerals, okay, at least 10 folds means 10 times it's more in coconut sugar.
Okay.
Of course, cost is also 10 times.
Okay.
Yes. Because the process of getting that coconut sugar is difficult. Okay. It's pretty labor consuming job. Okay. In fact, I'll get into that problem later. Okay. So if you want to make a value added product, right? So you should have a technology.
Right.
One, even though you have a technology, people should be ready to do that.
Yes.
Technology, all the problems insert when you develop a technology. Okay, that is the stage 1. The stage 2, you need to take to the people, and then they need to use it, right? So that's another challenge. You have to convince people. Okay, so they should attract with your product or with your technology. Okay, then they should believe that, okay, so this technology will enhance my life. The moment they get that thought, then only they'll take your product to them. So if you develop a technology, the technology should help someone to get more money or to reduce the work. Out of these two, at least one should happen for sure. So the same problem exists in the coconut industry. Okay. So even though we produce more coconuts, but we couldn't convert that into value-added products, and then we couldn't find right customer in the global market to export it. Okay. So why? Because we lack in quality assessment. Especially in the agriculture products, we are too much lagged in quality assessment. Okay, so that is where the MATIC comes into screen. Okay, so what we do, we understood the problem of coconut industry. Okay, what is the actual issue exists, and then why we couldn't attack more in the global market. So the primary reason is we couldn't make the proper quality value-added products is because we couldn't pick right coconuts for the value-added products.
Okay.
So the root cause is there. The root cause is sitting here. So you have to put right coconut for right value-added product. For example, I'll tell you, coconut oil, you will get it from the more mature coconut, the full ready. Yes. What if I put you 10 months or 11th month coconut to it? What will happen? What do you guess?
It's a more tender one, right?
More tender one will not have oil. Even if it has an oil, it will not have that all properties of that old mature coconut. So you will affect with the quality of your oil.
Yes.
One. Or you have to throw the coconut away before you add into your processing.
Yes.
Either you have to sacrifice your cost or need to sacrifice your quality. But anyway, it's affecting your business.
Yes.
You got it right. So that is the actual focus problem. Okay. So that's why we come up with the solution. So we can able to identify the coconut, what stage it is, whether it is ideally suits for your value-added products or not.
Okay.
So we are not going to build we are not going to tell for everything. Okay. So let's say you are a customer, you come to me. Okay, you are a client. Okay, so you come to me, you ask me, I need the coconut which is of 9th month. So what we do in the batch that what you put to us, we classify exactly the 9th month coconut, and then we will give you remaining all. We will keep it so that you can push it to some other place where that specific stage is required.
Okay. So how do you do that? So, how do you segregate this?
So we are using AA, okay, artificial intelligence with RGB imaging, and that is not sufficient actually. Okay, there's a lot of limitations. So we are developing an RF sensor right now.
Okay.
Because coconut is a multi-layer food. We are not eating and all other parts. Okay, then the base of pentagop, we are not eating anything. You will eat only the thing which is inside, right? So which means that you need to identify what is there inside. So you have to go and see inside, but you should not cut the coconut. See, look at the challenge. So you are not allowed to cut the coconut, but we have to say what is there inside. So that's the reason we are using RF sensor to find out, like, what is the thickness, like, we do multiple understanding on this. Okay, still, it's not yet developed actually. So we are almost in the end of validating now. It's not in the market. It takes another 1 year to get in the market.
Okay. So you talked about how you started the startup in incubation. Do you have any other investors also, or how in general investors, how much are they interested in this kind of products in agriculture?
Okay, fine. We have presented ourselves to many investors. Okay, many of them have shown interest to it.
Okay.
They see whether they invest money or not, that is a different story. Okay, but they agreed there's a big scope is there in the future. In fact, for right now itself there is a scope. Okay, because without making a product, we have a clients with us. Okay, that's what I would say.
Okay.
We didn't make a product. Okay, but still we had a clients because they need a product, because that is a pain point. We are addressing their pain point. Simple. See, you had a problem. Okay, for the problem, if I am trying to solve a solution,
people are interested.
So you are already to me. Okay, because I'm working with you.
Yeah.
Correct. So the same story for us too. So that's what the scope, everything is good, but the challenge is developing a technology, especially in India. Okay, where we had a lot of limitations. So where see, as I earlier I said, right? So startup is a two aspect. Okay, where someone use technology, someone who will develop a technology. Okay, so using a technology pretty, I don't say it's pretty easier. Of course, any startup, because we are going to deal with the people. Okay, that's difficult, right? I mean, only the technological part. I mean, okay, I'm not telling about the startup is easy. Okay, so towards technological development, the one who uses the technology, so they can able to somehow tackle the problem. The one who develop a technology, right? So for them, it's very difficult. So where you need to proper manufacturing facilities, you need it. That you in electronics and towards this, it's like pretty hard. But see, let's say we developed a sensor. Okay, I'll tell you my case itself. Okay, we developed a sensor. To get the sensor on hand, we took around 3.5 months.
Okay.
We gave a design. To get the sensor in the hand, it took around 3.5 months.
Okay.
After 3.5 months, we need to make after 3.5 months, we need to make a small change in it.
Okay, so it's a very long cycle basically.
That is the challenge of what the deep tech companies are facing in India. In fact, it's not only me. Okay, in fact, we go for a lot of conference and the startup meets and all. Everyone feels it. Many of the one who develop a technology, I mean the deep tech, okay, they face this challenge. See, software companies are a bit different. Okay, so I'll rewrite the code, I'll go for testing, I'm done. I'll upload, I'll put a new version. But here the case is different. The one who because it's not about difficulty, it's about the availability. I mean, the resource availability.
Yeah. So that makes the cycle very long, the development cycle longer compared to software.
That is one of the big challenge of any deep tech companies actually. So that's why government is trying to put a lot of innovative solution to solve this, to address this problem. Okay, but still it's not reached to the level. Okay, but still some progress keep happening in it.
Okay.